founder of the business that we have not brought any money into the business. Whatever you are seeing in the business is having today was actually from the business.
Meet Jerry and Joel, two young Nigerians building one of the fastest growing agricultural engineering companies in the country. In today's video, they share how their journey started, the challenges they have faced, and the realities of building a successful business in a tough economic environment.
So is there a secret to how a business can build itself?
Yeah, there are secrets to that.
What's up guys, how are you doing today? It's Abolaji Akeem again, and today I'm live here in Ibadan. And with me here are Jerry and Joel, the co-founders and CEOs of Profem Partners Nigeria Limited, an agricultural engineering company making waves in Nigeria.
Okay, good afternoon. So tell us a little bit about you and your company.
My name is Engineer Joel Ojegun. I'm a co-founder of Profem Partners Nigeria Limited. I am mainly in this fabrication section where we manufacture agro-pressing machine, agricultural machines, and any kind of welding job.
My name is Engineer Olufemi, co-founder and CEO of Profem Partners Nigeria Limited, a brand that has been in the business of agriculture for about 8 years now. We have been able to offer products and services that has covered virtually all the states in Nigeria, as well as some neighboring countries. We have been supplying on a regular basis to countries like the Republic, Niger, Cameroon, and the likes.
Let's take it back to the beginning. How did your journey into agricultural engineering really start?
It's an interesting one.
Okay.
I naturally love agriculture from my childhood days. However, my parents and family love engineering. My mother has an unwritten law or rule that all our children must be either engineer or a medical doctor. But in a bid to combine my passion, which is agriculture, with my parents' choice of career, my elder brother suggested a course for me in my SS1 days and said, why not go for agricultural engineering? That will help you to combine your career along your passion with the choice career of our parents. That was how I now started reading about agric engineering and started showing interest. Okay, wow, it means everything I'm learning in the house under my dad as an engineer, I can inculcate it into agriculture, and that was how the journey started.
Can you explain the process of having this kind of company?
This company is a mini fabrication company where we do all kinds of machines, agro-pressing machine, farm-based machine, then all welding works, like all these things were constructed by us, all these great and were constructed by us, even all these kind of shops were constructed by us. So those are what we do here basically. Anything welding, anything machine, anything agro-pressing machine. Then in the pressing of in the fabrication of the machine, we have different sections from the procurement to the final chain. That is the painting. So it's a chain work, it's a group work. It's not a one-man work because so many people are involved, from the procurement officer to the weld technicians that are doing the welding work, then from the machinist, then the painter, and so many people. So for a machine to come up, after procuring, we do the fabrication, then the turning of the shaft are done by the machinist. We take them out because when you lump those things together, you delay time, then it becomes more stressful, then we delay our customers. So most of the things we only buy as imported as the bearings, the ball bearings, and the electric motors. Those are the things, but all other parts of the machine are usually fabricated by us.
How that you deal with local and imported goods? So can you tell us the difference between the local and imported?
From experience, we do some importation of some mini products. Then the only difference I can tell you, in terms of aesthetic, the imported products are more super because there is a way they do their own finishing that is top notch. But we are trying to imitate them differently. We are trying to give our machines kind of finishing. For the imported products, most of them they don't paint their machines except for the one that runs. But for stainless products, they don't paint their machine. And the reason why they don't paint is that they mostly use CO4 stainless, which has low metal content. But in our own, in Nigeria here, CO4 stainless is mainly for the medical people. So we don't really use them because they are expensive. So the one we use are 204. 204 are the stainless we use. So the reason why we paint them is just for it to come out bright aesthetically. Then when we want to differentiate between the imported and the locally fabricated product, the imported people, they don't know our terrain here. Okay. So the machine they does is fragile, is not, the material used is lighter, and they don't weld. Their welding is not arc welding. Okay. They use argon welding and riveting gun. So they don't weld. So most times after doing their own machine, they might hardly paint. But we use arc welding here. So after doing the arc welding, we have to grind. Then we have to give it a fine surface finishing. Then we paint. Then we smooth and spray. Most of the difference is one, aesthetic. Their own materials are usually light because of we want something cheap, something that can stand the test of time. But in terms of quality, our own quality is superb. Nigerian quality generally is superb. But in terms of aesthetic, we give it to the imported product.
So talking about your brand, while trying to build your brand, what was the biggest struggle that you faced?
Just like every business in Nigeria, when you are starting out, you talk about capital. The question will be, how do you get capital? Today we are one of the major importers of agricultural equipment in Nigeria, and especially when it comes to poultry. We are also a fabricator of agricultural equipment. Then when you look at all that we have today, you begin to wonder, where will a startup get funding for such a capital intensive business? So that was the major challenge then. What about acceptability in the market? Many farmers already have wood, they are already patronizing. How do you convince them to buy from you? I would say capital, then the markets. Those were the challenges.
Now that we understand what your company produces, so can you explain to us the challenges facing your business?
One of the challenges facing our business, number one, is light, power supply. Recently, there is an hike in diesel cost from 850 per liter to 1,950 per liter. As small as this place is, we use average of 15 liters per day. Wow. With our small generator, 15 liters per day, and that is almost like 20,000 plus
in a day.
So when you run that for a month, then we run close to 600,000 per month. Imagine if there is constant light. Even we are still in band B, not band C, we are in band B. At least it's like when there is light here, we enjoy the light. So one of the problems we face is power supply. Power supply is one of our major problems. If there can be constant power supply, then our production cost will be reduced by almost like 30 or 40%. Then one of the challenges again we face is manpower. Most of the people don't want to engage in all these dirty jobs again. They want a quick money return. They want everything. So most times we try to, instead of us to engage, people want us to pay more than what we can give or what they can offer. So those are the second challenge. Then in those challenges we have is the cost of production. We have high cost of production. So but recently we have tried to reduce our cost of production because we sell some metal sheet now, this stainless sheet. Before, whenever we need one or two, we have to run to what they need in Lagos to buy. So I'm bringing one now, we sell almost like 5,000 naira extra on each of the plate. But now we bring them in bulk. So if we divide those costs on it, they are negligible. So now we have bridged the gap between Lagos and if we have manufacturer in Ibadan, they now buy from us. So now we have tried to reduce the production cost for logistics because we have zero logistic cost on the product now. So that is the logistic cost is the third challenge we face. Then fourth is funding. Recently, we try to, people don't want to put their money down again, then wait for days before their machine is being done. They want to pay, see, and pick. So if we have a lot of funding, like loan facilities and all those things, we can construct a lot of machines down. We have a lot of space here, so we can fabricate many machines down. Then when you come, you see the people. If we don't have the particular thing you want, but at least you have seen what you want, a similar product, so you can be convinced and easily put your money down. But regardless, you have not really had any issue of people saying the time frame for us to fabricate is right, exactly the machine is long. So those are the issues we have with that we face.
During this tough moment, does it ever cross your mind to quit?
Definitely no. There has never been a time that I plan to quit. Okay. And that is where the issue of passion comes in. Given my posts now, my position now, I've talked with many investors. I've related with many investors. And one thing I've seen across board is that aside agriculture, no matter which type of business you are doing in Nigeria today, you will definitely face some challenges that will be scary. Exactly. They will definitely face some challenges that will chase you out of the business.
Yes.
But one thing will keep you going as an investor in Nigeria. If you have a passion for what you are doing, if it's something you naturally love doing, no matter the challenges. Let me digress a bit. You'll notice that many football fans, even when they are beating their club, because they love the club,
yes,
their love for that club will make them stick to it. If you put that same energy in your business, even as an investor, and there will be reasons for you to quit, but because you naturally love what you are doing, you won't be quick to run away. Many actually ran away from their investment, not because the investment was actually a failed one, but many of them ran away because they failed in their heart even before they failed physically. So, but because it's something I had passion for, like I said, it dated back to SS1 days. So it's not something that you can easily take out of me. It's not something that a little challenge will easily discourage me from doing. I remember those days we risk our life, traveling night, traveling day to sites, to farms and the likes. And one day I was in a particular farm, and I look at myself. I just look up, look at myself, look around, and I ask myself, wait, somebody Jimmy baby who will come to rescue? Do my parents know that I am here? Can my parents ever even imagine that I can get to this spot on the heart of the world? Like, I was in a very thick forest, like maybe like 2-3 hours away from the next human being settlement, and I look at it, irúṣẹ́ wo gan mo ń ṣe torí tí àwọn Fúlàní bá gbé níbi tí mo wà yẹn, there will not be traces of me. Network is not in that place, nothing. The nearest network zone to that place will be like 2-3 hours. A vehicle doesn't get to that place, only bike, and you begin. I now look at it, wait, if anything happened to me at this spot, so but you know, it's like a sport to us, like it's a sport to me, like win or gain. I love doing it. So at the initial stage, I'm not really counting my wins. I'm rather counting my interest in it, that I love doing this thing. So even when challenges come, I see it as part of life. So, but like I was trying to compare with many investors that I've spoken with, many of them, the little loss they made, they quit, and that loss becomes permanent. But if you really have passion for what you are doing, take for instance, if I want to compare cassava farmers now,
okay,
Most people that make money from cassava, for instance, are real farmers. They are real cassava farmers. Simply because most real cassava farmers, every year in, year out, they keep farming cassava. Most of the people that lose most in cassava are people that rush into cassava farming.
Okay.
Many investors will hear, wow, cassava is now sold for millions of naira, then they rush into it. As at that time that they are hearing the news of boom in cassava industry, that boom, they now rush to plant. Cassava will take, at least the earliest you can take is 6 months,
Yes,
to a year plus. So it means before the cassava they rush to farm to plant, we germinate, definitely the rush is gone.
okay.
The rush is over. So, but you see some people that year in, year out, they farm it. They are not making money. First, they are not making money, they are not making money, they are not making money. They get to a particular year, they cash out all their losses. They know quite alright that there will be 1 year that is coming
That will pay them off.
that will pay them for all those losses.
Okay.
But an investor that just came, maybe borrow money from bank, rushing into farm, wants to start farming, by the time he suffer a one-time loss, he will never come back again. Then he now goes out and starts shouting, there's no money in agriculture, agriculture is being hyped. He will not tell you that he's the one that came at the wrong time. But the real farmers already know, okay, fine, they know how to farm it, they monitor it, they don't just spend anyhow. So even when they are not making much profits, they just make a minimal profits to sustain the business till it gets to the time where they will make back much gain. And I will tell you that this applies to virtually all areas of business in Nigeria, most especially agriculture. When you are starting out, you won't expect that you get the best in your first year. You won't expect that it's that same first year that your brand will be accepted. You won't expect that that same first year you make maximum profits. But over time you build your brand, you build your name, then it gets to a point that people readily accept your brand, people readily accept what you offer. Then it's then that you can now start making tangible profit. It is then you can now think of growth. It's then you can now think of expansion.
So how old is this company?
Last year we celebrated our 7th year, and last December we celebrated our 7th year anniversary. The year is the company is 7 years plus.
So as an experienced man in this field, so what would be your advice for people trying to come into the system? The exact place for them to start.
As an experienced person, one, you have to understudy somebody. Like I did my IT 2011 under a fabricator.
Okay.
So that from that place I developed an interest in fabrication. Then when I left NYC also, I come back to him under a paid service. So I went to a tutelage. Actually the tutelage might not really be necessary for, but at least those things gave me an edge over some of our contemporaries. I can weld perfectly, I can cut perfectly, but most times my job does not allow me to do it. It's only when we are under pressure that I take most of those things. I am mainly involved in the intellectual work, the design work, then execution and managerial aspect. So except for some cases where I have to be involved.
So to come into this system, the practical aspect is very important.
It is very important, but you might not really need to go into it fully. You just need to maybe 1 or 2 or 3 jobs, then stay around, see how things are done. With that, most people, they will tell you that they don't need to learn our work. They just need to pick the brains, the best brain to do it. It can work like that.
All these big machines are they really affordable to locals that are using them?
These days, we cannot say something and affordable again, because if you want to be affordable, it must come manually. But they are affordable, they are not affordable. all these machines are now we know our money has no value again, so the affordability might not be. Before now, this is a cassava peeling machine. Before it goes for 500,000. Again, the prime mover. But now it goes for 1 million, 950, 1 million naira. So not that it's not affordable. It is affordable because the naira rate has been bastardized. So this one, the bunching machine, it helps to remove palm fruit from the bunch. This one is almost like 1.8 million.
Back then.
1.8 now, 1.8 million, and then it should be 950, 1 million naira. So the affordability is not because of us, it's the market value, but they are still, when compared to those imported machines, they are still affordable. Recently, a customer imported the similar machine. This one, it cost him almost like 5 million naira, and it won't do the job our own will do. So invariably they are affordable. They might not be available to low cost farmer, but to the medium and large farmer is affordable.
The locally fabricated products that you made for farmers, so are they really durable and acceptable to the local farmers?
Yes, when we talk about local equipment, most small and medium scale farmers readily accept it.
Okay.
Most, not all. The only class of farmers that may be a bit reluctant at times is some of the medium-sized farmers. Some of them, especially with the mentality they are bringing from other sector where they have earlier made their money, that maybe only imported equipment is the best and the like. So some of them will be a little bit skeptical about the local fabricator. But I tell you, when they meet me, I explain to them, and we can give you reference to farms that are already using it. Let me take for instance now, when it comes to a feed mill machine, I'm not talking about the commercial size feed mill machine, but when it comes to medium size feed mill machines like the 2 tons, 4 tons, go and bring your imported and put my own, our locally fabricated feed mill. Let's put it by the side and let's see which one will outlive the other. So I tell you, we sell imported feed mill, we sell local feed mill. But if you are looking for durable feed mill, go for the locally made ones. But what about poultry cages, for instance?
Okay.
Poultry cages, for instance, I will tell you, we make both local and the imported. But I tell you, if you have money, go for the imported.
Okay.
So these are things I tell customers. I can analyze each one for you. Then you choose according to your pockets, according to your choice. For the locally fabricated, so sometimes we might give you 4 months, not 4 months, 4 weeks rather, to produce, especially if it's not the common regularly demanded product. So you might need to approach us, tell us what you want, your specification, then we take 4 weeks to fabricate it for you. So some farmers will say, I don't have that luxury of time, I want a ready-made one, then we give you the imported. So some of them we opt for imported based on the fact that they don't want to wait. Some of them we will opt for imported because they believe that that's the imported is the best. But for customers that are ready to learn, for customers that are ready to listen, I will take my time to lecture them on advantage and disadvantage of some of this equipment. For some machines, I will even tell you I don't sell the imported. One of our own selling points is that we are not just producing, we are not just marketing, we have a detailed knowledge about what we are selling.
Let's talk about your brand. What is one surprising place that your machines are being used today?
We give God all the glory that over time our machines, our equipment have gone far and near. Sometimes when some people will call us from maybe Shaki, Ondo, Ogun, and they will say, they are calling from far places. I say you are not calling from far place. If you are in any of our whole states that are southwest state and you are saying that you are from far place, today we have equipment going to Taraba, like today. From the factory, we are currently loading equipment that is going to Taraba. Today we have items that is going today, as I speak, we have items that will be going to Benin Republic. This end today, and over time we thank God that God has helped us that our equipment have been accepted far and near.
In the next 5 years, where do you see your company?
In the next 5 years, we see this company competing as one of the top agro-processing fabrication companies in Nigeria. Recently, we work with World Bank, we work with NISA Microfinance Bank, we work with Ibadan, we work with Akeem in Lagos. So we are researching and looking forward that next 5 years we will be at the end of affairs supplying equipment within and outside Nigeria. Recently too, we supply outside Nigeria, but in the next 5 years we look at controlling the market, selling place, then including 1 or 2 things to the market. We are trying to improve on our technology as well, so that we won't go out of market as technology goes on.
My co-founder is also an agric engineer. We used to be classmates. I'm also an agric engineer, so he has worked on several projects even before we founded this brand. Myself, I've also worked on several projects, several farms. So that gives us a practical and theoretical leverage on what we are doing. It's not just that we ran into the business just to make money. It's something we are passionate about.
And you've been in the game.
And we have been in the game for a very long time, even before the brand was officially launched.
Now, talking about technology, what can you say about the impact of technology on the growth of your business?
The impact of technology is really doing, let me say 80-90%, because most times you can see we are not beside the road where you can say maybe passerby, but we do advert online, we post ads, so some people call us. They call the father, they see our advert online, they call. So those are one of the things technology has done for us. If there was no technology, we would have placed all this machine beside the roadside so that people passing will see and come and patronize us. But with technology, we can be in anywhere, even in the bush. People will come. One of these things that they said this place was access road. Then another technology have added to the business that we have a camera here. So when you came in, I saw you. So that's why I was calling executive to attend to you. Okay. So I can be in anywhere in the world, and I can still manage my business. I can see what is going on. I can direct. I can do anything so far there is internet. So that was one of the things that technology has. And then thirdly, you can see this engraving on this what's it? This something. It's a machine that does it. The machine costs something like 5 million naira. Wow. So they use it to engrave names on gates, on fences, on any iron. So those are part of what before we do it at gates, where they use this gas burner to inscribe nothing on it. But those all look rough and it's not that perfect and precision. So technology really has impacted business generally, because without the cell phone, which was not a technology, then AI, these days again we are going to the world of AI. So most times AI is still helping us to at least foresee how a machine will look like. When you type you want a machine like this, AI will ask you this specification and this, then we'll bring it out. So technology really has many impacts on, and it's still having on our growth of any business.
Talking about the losses that a lot of farmers have been encountered in agriculture. So is there a misconception about agricultural engineering, mostly about equipment, that people really misunderstand about?
Yes, I think this message will be a point of interest to many parents, especially the ones that have their words going to university.
Okay.
When you tell people that you are an agric engineer, they look at it that what's this one up to? Some of them say you are probably only a tractor mechanic. I remember my first industrial experience, IT in Lagos. I was to do my IT in a plastic industry, the producer of the almighty big barrel that everybody knows, Big Pen. That was where I had my IT. When I now got to meet with the factory manager, who happens to be a white man, the white man now asked me, yeah, you are an agric engineer, what do you want in this place? We don't have tractor. I said, yes, I'm an agric engineer. I am not limited to tractor repairs alone. In fact, you employing an agric engineer like me is like you are employing 5-in-1 engineer. I am a civil engineer. I have passed through the factory. I see that there are some civil work currently going on in the factory. As an agric engineer, I am a civil engineer. Then definitely you have electrical engineers. As an agric engineer, I am an electrical engineer. Then mechanical. I've seen some heavy duty machineries in your factory. Virtually everything you see under your injection machine are the same thing as what you see on a tractor.
Okay.
We call them heavy duty machineries.
Okay.
Most of them are powered by hydraulics. I said, so employing me give you access to a general package of engineers. That the only difference or what is peculiar about we agric engineers is that we convert our basic engineering knowledge to food production, but we are actually trained in every area of engineering. As an agric engineer, we deal with all areas of engineering, inculcating it to food production, in solving environmental problems. That is what we agric engineering does.
So let's talk about the profit side of this business. How profitable is agricultural engineering?
I will not say agricultural engineering is profitable, and I will not say it is profitable. You ask me why?
Okay.
Because I used to tell people that whenever you see people online bragging, I make 10 billion naira from my produce, this is not true. Many of them actually wants to make their money from you. The real people that make money from their business will not tell you. So I am not here to tell you that I am making money or this is how much I am making. I can only tell you that looking at the growth rate of the business, if we can actually proudly say as the founder of the business that we have not brought any money into the business. Whatever you are seeing in the business is having today was actually from the business.
Are you saying the business built itself?
The brand built itself from zero level.
So is there a secret to how a business can build itself?
Yeah, there are secrets to that. Number one is integrity, which happens to be one of our own core values here. You know, when we are starting out, we ensure that when we promise A to the customer, we want to give him A. We don't want to mix it with B or C. We don't want to say something today and change it tomorrow. But that doesn't eliminate the fact that there won't be business go wrong in some cases. But how do you manage it? Those are things that will help you generate referrals. Another thing I would also like to talk about is self-discipline. Our founder and business owner is also another thing that helps the business to grow. When the business start making profits, how much do you reinvest the profits? Hope you are not consuming more than what the business can offer you. After paying yourself, are you still going back to the business to fund your luxury life because you want to be regarded as a CEO, you want to live a CEO lifestyle? You know, those are things that helps business to grow.
For people watching this video, what would be your advice? My advice for people watching the video is that one of the things we need in this country is that we need to go into production. So when we start producing, we control our market, we control our exchange rate, then there will be more opportunities for people to work. It will reduce labor, unemployment. So production is the way to go. It might not be our own type of production, but anything production is the way to go.
My advice is very simple. If we can do it, you can also do it. We started this brand, I will say little because it's your ability to use what you have to get what you want. How much are you improving on yourself? I can say categorically that when we started, the basic things we had then is our experience. Our first official office started in my parents' house.
Wow.
Meaning we do not have money to first rent a big hall. What am I trying to say is that you start with what you have. Over time, when people start seeing your performance, when they start seeing your delivery, when they start seeing your efforts, then the patronage increase, the revenue increase, the profit increase. Then you cannot afford all the necessary luxuries, either as the person or either as the business.
So for watching this video, we sell, we manufacture agricultural based equipment, agricultural based equipment for anything from low cost to high cost, anything for farming. Even if you have a low budget, come, you know how we can help you to shape it to your budget.
Okay, so if people want to contact your company, what are the numbers or the address?
We have two addresses. We have the office address, which is at Ronyo Okeode, along the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. Then the second office at Wire and Cable Junction, like 1 minute trek from Wire and Cable Junction. When coming from Apata or Abeokuta, Wire and Cable Junction. Then the contact number is for the office number 080 36 40 8290. Then 090 71 63 9117. On Facebook, Profem Partners Nigeria Limited. On Instagram, Profem Partners Nigeria Limited. On TikTok, Profem Partners Nigeria Limited. On any platform, just type Profem Partners Nigeria Limited.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So guys, that will be all for today. If you enjoyed this video, kindly like, share and subscribe. You can also check my latest video, which I believe you are going to enjoy. The next to me, thank you for watching and bye for now.